Good morning. Welcome to the week 5. Great discussions as always. My closing comments on the forums. Fair Farm, always one of my favorite articles, and I'm always amazed about the amount of insight that people have in reading these articles, reading this article and putting it into words. My 3 takeaways that I always remember for this was that technology is essential to promote innovation, as you see all with their need for the larger size engines. Um, you will not be able to please everybody. If you want to keep the cows in the barn and collect the manure for the fuel, then the animal rights people are going to be complaining, and you let the animals roam the farm to have the free life, and you're not going to be able to support the fuel effort. So you're not going to be able to please everybody in your efforts. And lastly, the idea of the concept of the break-even point. This farm got pretty big in order to be self-sustaining. There is a point where you need to reach that if you want to continue in your endeavors. And I think one of their closing comments was to figure out how they could reduce the size of the operation such that smaller farmers, others could take more advantage of the things that they've learned. But my 3 takeaways from this, being in my ops management background and things. So again, good comments on the topic, and I'm glad everyone enjoyed the article. Hope you got to go visit the website. A couple of people did and commented about the commercialism aspect of it, but they do give tours, and it is a very, very nice place to visit. I've had one student actually go there and say he had a great time. Second forum question, blowing the whistle. A couple comments that stuck with me. I like Jennifer's comment about treating it someone like terrorism. When you see something, say something. I think that's a very appropriate thought to keep in mind. One of the later comments that are by Kirsten that kind of apply the term whistleblowing to the larger corporations, larger events in our history, Enron and those types of things. While many of the discussions mentioned things more closer to home, maybe of a HR nature, performance type nature. Do not disagree with either points there. Although I guess I would say that if you see something and do not say something at the lower level, your peers, coworkers, and that type, if you do not feel comfortable doing it, you will not create the type of environment that will sustain ethics all the way up the chain. So I think you ought to feel comfortable bringing up the situation, getting it corrected before it does escalate to something bigger. I would also pose to you that there is a difference between being friends at work and working in a friendly manner. One of the aspects that I kind of hold with my definition of friends is that my friends will not make me or ask me to compromise my principles to accommodate something that they may or may not have done. So I pass that on to you for your consideration. Next topic we're coming to is technology. Boy, it's all over the place. Used for good, used for bad, used for self-interest, used for education. It doesn't matter. It can be used. So take a good look at that. One of the thoughts that I always have in mind when we're doing ethics and we talk about technology is that with Twitter, Facebook, and everything else, I find it incomprehensible that people cannot believe that if they do something that is not ethical or is bad, breaks the law or whatever, that they will not be found out. There are security cameras everywhere. And if there aren't security cameras, there's people with cell phones in their cameras. And people can't keep their mouth shut. They have to talk. They'll post things on Facebook that you just would not believe. So the pure fact of doing something and thinking that will never be found out, to me in this age of technology, is totally amazing. But see what your comments are. See how you want to deal with that in the 2 forum questions. This is Thanksgiving week. So week 6 regularly starts next week. The posting requirements, the time frames, and everything apply to next week. So enjoy Thanksgiving week. Work ahead. Work on your papers. get those types of things done as you have time. But enjoy family, friends during the holiday, and happy Thanksgiving. Again, thank you very much for your efforts. I appreciate it.